Chris Walker, Emergency Preparedness Coordinator from the Hamilton County Health Department, joins us again. Hello.
Good morning, ma'am.
Sounds like numbers are starting to go down a little bit here in Hamilton County. Bring us up to date.
The numbers are starting to trend downward again. We are seeing numbers in the mid 30s again during spring break and the Easter timeframe. We were up in 50 and above, so that's good news for us. I think that's us making some good strides here locally with vaccine and people doing the right thing and things like that. So I think we're heading in the right direction here.
Since we last spoke, kids 12 and older are now eligible for the vaccine. Are you seeing many kids coming in there at the 4-H fairgrounds?
We are. There has been a pretty significant demand for children in that age group. For folks that do want to get their child vaccinated, a parent or guardian does have to come with them. But other than that, we're excited to see them and happy to help get them vaccinated as well.
Now, even bringing them on board, you guys are starting to see far less demand for vaccinations. And so there is actually a plan in place to start shutting down our clinic at the 4-H fairgrounds. Tell us about that.
That is correct. We're planning on doing our first dose about the third week of June, and we should be done vaccinating at the fairgrounds the first week of July. It's our intent that we will move vaccinations to our office and still continue to give vaccinations, but demand has dropped off enough that we need to give that space back and right size our operation again.
And there will be other locations still available in Hamilton County outside of the health department.
That's correct. There will still be plenty of locations throughout the community. We'll still offer vaccines here. We're just going to move from the fairgrounds to our health department on Foundation Drive.
You are scheduling, in conjunction with Trinity Clinic, a pop-up clinic this weekend in Westfield. Give us some information about that.
Right. So IU Health is actually doing this clinic in conjunction with Trinity Free Clinic and Heart and Soul Clinic in Westfield, and they will be offering the Moderna vaccine Saturday from 9 to 3. Now that does mean that there will be a second clinic operating 4 weeks later, 28 days later, but it is open to the public, and folks are welcome to go sign up and get registered and go out and get their vaccine this weekend.
All right. The other big headline in the last few days is the CDC lifting mask mandates for people who've been vaccinated. What does that mean, though, for folks here in Hamilton County?
Well, first and foremost, the governor has regulations in place regarding vaccination sites, state buildings, and some other specific locations, and those are still in effect. The other thing to bear in mind, too, is that there are local regulations as well as businesses are allowed to regulate how they handle their customers as well. So there's a number of businesses throughout the county that are still requiring masks. And, and the one thing I would say is that, just because you're vaccinated and you take your mask off doesn't mean that you are fully protected. These are highly effective vaccines, but they're not 100% effective. The other thing, too, is you don't necessarily know that, it'd be nice to be able to trust everybody, but we know darn well that there will be people who are not vaccinated that think that this is the appropriate time for them to stop wearing their masks as well. So, you have to do what's right to safeguard yourself and safeguard those around you. So,
any other thoughts as we move into the week ahead?
Just those that haven't been vaccinated, we've talked about the last couple of weeks. If you have questions about the different types of vaccines, we encourage you to talk to your primary care provider and get your questions answered. If you don't have a primary care provider, you can always call our office and speak with one of the nurses, and they'll help you navigate that. We've made a lot of progress. We're over 53% of the county is fully vaccinated right now. And, we're hoping we can keep that going, keep that number inflating.
Fantastic. It's Chris Walker, Emergency Preparedness Coordinator for the Hamilton County Health Department. We'll check in with you next week. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.